Good morning. Well, it's out in It's 11 o'clock. Coming to noon in a good hour. You guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. Get today off and tomorrow, and I work Wednesday. 2 more days off, right? Today and then Tuesday, then Wednesday I work. Did these. Uh, yeah. Those guys will be talking about driving. Oh yeah, better than Hollywood. Better company than Hollywood, guys. Yeah, that's crazy. I know. Hollywood is top notch. Hollywood's the best of the best with Bollywood, right? Bollywood and Hollywood are the two biggest film industries in the world. Hollywood is huge, man. It's guys supposed to blows it out of the water. As the amount of revenue Sky Source is doing for the brand is like the revenue of all of Hollywood. Hollywood, I heard, is like a $200 billion business or something like that. Well, my brand will make like 100 something $50 billion in sales, almost as much as how much Hollywood. Yeah, it's crazy. Disney's worth like 150 $200 billion. That's how much money me and VJ's brands will do, like 150 something, 30 something billion. So it's better than Hollywood in quality and blows hell of water. That's why me and VJ are gonna make our 50, 60, 70, 100 million off the brand, obviously. Yeah, it's like crazy, right? Yeah. I'm gonna make my 20, 30, 40, 50 billion off the book. I might make 50, right? If more people buy the print, I might make my 50. That's usually a shark. Usually, you made 50 billion off your book. Like, yeah, she's like, holy shit, you want to lower that money? You're gonna share that with me, Adam? I guess I will. You relax, calm down. Build my 1 million. Also, that money. Build my 400 million towards the student loss enough. I don't want to waste money, right? If I make 50 billion, 500 million towards the student loss pocket change. But I don't want to waste money. 400 million is enough towards the student loan if I make 50. If I make 20, I'll put 350. 25, 30, I can put 380. And anything 35, 30 billion plus, I can put 400 million towards the student loan. If I make less, I'll put 350. Obviously. I watch you pour money into your house because I don't want to waste money. 1 billion towards a house is enough. I'm not going to waste money, right? You gotta be smart with your money. Yeah, the family's owned by Zane's parents worth tens of billions. Oh, Ivan's gonna make his 20, 30, 40, even 50 billion off the book, man. We don't want to be that rich with each other. If I make 50 billion off the book, it's still peanuts compared to the tens of trillions they're making. Obviously, you make tens of trillions every year. 50 billion is peanuts. They're just greedy pigs that don't want to be that rich. They don't have the keys to get them too. It's power, right? Yeah. You know Ivan can't touch my money. To $50 billion, he can start his own business with VJ. Start a film studio better than my Hollywood company. A film studio better than Hollywood, man. Bigger budget movies, higher paying work for the Hollywood actors. I can pay them more money than what they make in Hollywood. Yeah. So I'm not going to have their agents do me, right? They're not going to event. Well, he was in there. Watch out for the gritty agents, Ivan. Not all those guys dupe you, right? They're not. These actors are not worth any more than what you're paying them, man. Like, I'm not gonna have them dupe me, man. Yeah. But only the chosen ones get the movie. The ones who are not chosen, I'm sorry, you're left behind Hollywood. The ones who are chosen are obviously lucky. They get to be famous movie stars, maybe easier. But after the movie's done, you can bet all you want. I'm not gonna re-sign you with the movie. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna re-sign you, man. Movie. Oh. But all the Hollywood actors I told you are coming back, obviously. They were saying they won't be left behind. My comment blows out the water. And they don't want to go back to Hollywood, obviously, the Hollywood system, obviously. I got them out. Yeah. The Sky Source is 100% clean, whereas Hollywood is dirty over there. So I got them out of the dirty system, obviously, and then they're now in a clean place. They know when they go back, they're going to go back to being dirty. But I told you, it's not the big reason why they're begging. They do it for money, but for my company, they got paid their free cash, or free millions in cash, right? They pay all that money, you have freedom, man. It's bonus, obviously. It's amazing feeling to be free and be a famous movie star, make all that money, man, make all those millions. And you know, as long as they work for me, obviously, they're going to have an amazing career. Their career feels like it means something. And they have freedom with their family, girlfriend, wives, all that stuff right here. They have freedom. And, yeah, I just want to work for you. I want a career for Sky Source. I just want to work for you, Ivan, until I pass away and be free. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I won't be left behind. They won't be left behind Hollywood. Yeah. I got my Hollywood. Forget them, right? Yeah. So the technology movies will blow out of the water. Oh, yeah. If you think Transformers is high spectacle when you watch it, right? That movie, the first movie was only made for $150 million, and yet the movie was fucking high spectacle. The other ones were made for like $180, $200 million. Transformers 3, the spectacle is fucking crazy in that movie. While I'm making the Great Escape for $800 million, and it's $3 billion. So it's like Lord of the Rings on steroids, and John Wick and James Bond on steroids, the Great Escape. But except it's dark, right? Like Vacancy, right? Yeah, like you're looking at unheard of car chases, unheard of running scenes, fighting scenes, gun scenes, jumping off buildings. With that technology, $800 million, you're looking at something unheard of. I'm putting $200 million worth of special vision for the Great Escape. So you're looking at something unheard of for technology for the movie. Yeah. That's why the executives will tell the agents who represent the actors, yeah, sorry guys, we can't compete with Sky Source. Like Ivy and Media on the back, they can easily make movies for much more money, bigger budget movies. They can pay you more and give you better perks. We can't compete with Sky Source because the Hollywood companies don't have the pockets that EVJ have, right? Yeah. What I mean they don't have the money. I'm talking about like liquidation, cash on hand. The Hollywood companies have billions in their bank, but a lot of that is stock. And don't forget they have like huge debts to pay. And I believe the Hollywood companies, when they make movies, they take loans from the bank. They don't really fund it with their own money. They take loans. Whereas me and you don't have to take a loan. We can fund the movies with our own cash, obviously, because we're the bank, obviously. I made $50 billion off the Zanus book. I make another $50 billion off the Zanus brand. Me and VG have almost $100 billion in our bank. Then we put $800 million towards the Great Escape, $850 million towards the Great. I might put $850 a bit more to create more room to pay Michael B. Jordan his contract for not eight. No, I can put maybe eight, maybe 15 million or something like that towards the movie. That way I have a bit more room to pay more crewmen and Michael B. Jordan his salary. I don't know, his 13.5 million salary. But he doesn't get a bonus if he's a smaller A-lister by then, right? Because chances are Michael B. Jordan will probably still be a smaller A-lister. Why do the Great Escape will be like maybe worth $55-60 million. $55 million. You can pay him his $13.8 million for the movie. You can give him his like 21 million film profits. It's a good deal for Michael. He doesn't make that. That's like a 34 million deal. With his other money, he's making like his $40 million. It's combined right now. It's a good deal for Michael B. Jordan. Right? I'm not paying more than that. If his agent wants more, I'm not paying Michael more than that, man. You're getting greedy. He's not worth any more than this, guys. He's not a bigger A-lister. There you go. But Michael B. Jordan's agent might push for 40, 50 million. I'm like, no, Michael, you're not worth that. You get 21, man. You're not a bigger A-lister, Michael. Stop being greedy. I'm just about you out, man. It's a deal, man. Sign me up. Yeah, he signs that contract. I don't know if he make his all. He don't make his all with Michael. There we go. Yeah. Will Michael B. Jordan beg? Oh yeah, he will. He'll beg too, obviously. They're all gonna beg, man. Oh yeah, man, can I be in that role? I'm like, no, guys, you're not good for the romance story at all, okay? You guys are crazy people. But Matt Damon, Michael B. Jordan, Keanu Reeves, and Scott Johnson are gonna beg, man. Paul Bettany was actually gonna beg. Like, no, guys, you're not good for the romance story, okay? You're not good. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's a nice perk. After the actor signed a contract, you take him out to dinner, and you do a party with him. Yeah. After the actor signed the contracts for the Great Escape for Zanus, I take him out to dinner, which is nice, obviously. Doesn't hurt to take them out to dinner after they sign the contracts. Then after that, they party up at my $1 million house or my yacht. For Zayn's, the actors will party up at my house. But the Great Escape, Keanu Reeves, will be partying it up at my yacht. Because I'll be signing them probably in the fall, August, around there in the fall around there. So I'll do a party at my yacht. I will do parties at my house too, those guys too, obviously. Just like I'll do parties at my yachts with the Zayn stars too. Yeah. They party up in the yacht. The limo driver takes them to my property, and we go in the dock where the yacht is, and someone drives in the ocean, and we do a party in the yacht while the person's driving in the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. Fucking nice perk, man. They have to party it up there, yeah, a nice party, man. They're all gonna get drunk. That's why you guys have to leave your scripts on the plane for the Great Escape. I'm gonna tell my secretaries to tell their agents that. Yeah, make sure they leave the scripts on the plane when they arrive. When they fly to Vancouver, the scripts will be on the plane. They have to leave it on the plane, as they can forget their scripts when they're drunk. Leave it on the plane, obviously. When they go home, they have to start practicing the lines. And my secretaries will be keeping tabs with their managers and agents when they have to fly in to do the magazine shoots, the interviews, the commercials, when they start their training, all that stuff. Yeah. The secretaries will keep tabs with their managers and agents, obviously, right? Their agents and managers will let them know. Because the managers and agents handle all the administrative stuff for the actors, right? You let them know the schedules, everything. The secretaries will sign on the schedules for everything, yeah. When filming starts, all that. The schedules for filming, yeah, all that information will be sent to the actors. That's why the head of production will be hard at work creating all the schedules for the movie project, right? It's dirty work, man. Yeah. So they will be blown away by your company. Oh yeah, they're already blown away by the private jet. I'm gonna have a jet car. It's like Incredibles. I'm getting like I don't know $400 million. If I make $50 million on the book, I can get even a $500 million jet. Like imagine owning a $500 jet. And I put $10 million towards renovations. I pimp it out like Incredibles. With the cup, I want the cup holder going down. I'm like, I was like, yeah, we can do that with $10 million. Yeah, I renovated it. Something unheard of. And I have another small jet that's also pimped out too, like an $80 million jet. If I make 50 billion, I can buy a cheaper like 120 million jet, and a 500 million jet. If I make 50, if I make less, I'll get like a 350 million jet for it. If I make 35, 40, I'll get a 400 million jet, and like an 85, 9 million jet. If I make 50, I get a more expensive jet. Obviously, they're flying on that fucking amazing jet, man. That's a really nice perk with a TV and everything, right? Beer in the fridge. Yeah, comfort yourselves. Grab a beer. You know what I'm saying? And they arrive to my sula. They're blown over my sula. I put like 400 million towards my sula. Something unheard of. Nice facilities, and the limo driver takes them to my main office. They step in the office and they're like, "Holy shit, man! This is a fucking nice office." Yeah, they see the foyer, they see the couches, and the people they do their measurements. Yeah, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do measurements. As Scars will sponsor you guys with shoes and clothes for the magazine promos. Like, holy shit, man, Scars is top notch. Take the measurements, and here's the measure gas card I get from the company, courtesy of the company. Like, holy shit, man, Scars is top notch. Hey guys, grab a seat over here. The secretaries will be with you in a sec. They sit down on the nice couch. They're all blown. Holy shit, man, these are nice facilities, man. Scars blows out of the water. Yeah, I'm shocked. Obviously, the Zeta stars and Gracie stars. I'm shocked, man. Holy shit, man. I just company blows out of the water. Yeah. And there's some coffee over here. Help yourself with some coffee. You're like, holy shit, man. Sky Source is top notch. Yeah, it's top notch. It's very in Hollywood. It's very in Hollywood. Yeah, it's very in Hollywood, man. Nice facilities and everything. Yeah. You know, so yeah, the bosses will be with you guys in a sec. Did you bring your SIN number and your direct deposit bank form? Yeah, we did. Okay, what's your name? My name's Keanu Reeves, and they ask them all these questions, and yeah. And you're with this agency? Yeah, I'm with this agency. And okay, you have a seat. The bosses will be with you guys in a sec to negotiate for your contracts. Like, holy shit, man, Sky Source is top notch. Yeah, and they call the actors one by one. And they go up in the elevator, a nice fucking elevator, and they go to the boardroom, and that's where me, VGR, and yeah, we sign the actors. And the document, we filming that, by the way, don't forget that, right? Don't forget the document's filming that. That's where the actors won't tell the world. Like, yeah, Ivan's doing the documentary, the camera guys are filming us. Yeah, they're filming it. So while they're blown away by the company, they know the document's filming it. And they go upstairs, and me and VJ are in the boardroom, and we're bossed like the Sharks in Shark Tank, and we sign the Zeta stars and the Gray Escape stars, man. We sign all those actors. I'm sorry. Yeah. They're like, holy shit, Sky's top notch. And once I offer them that their contracts, they're also shocked by Sky. So these guys don't make that money in Hollywood. They're like, holy shit, man. Like, Ivan VG offered us like mega deals. We don't make this. Mike B. Jordan will be shocked. He doesn't make $40 million in Hollywood. Yeah. He knows he signed like a $40 million deal with the combined earnings. Obviously, yeah, 6 million deal for Michael, but if you include the speaking, he signed like a 40, 41, 42 million deal. He's gonna make his 5, 6, 7 million speaking. Obviously, he doesn't make that money in Hollywood, Mike B. Jordan. He makes like his 4. He made 4 for Sinners, I heard. 4 million for Sinners, Mike B. Jordan. That's how much I'm paying B is on. How he blows out the water. And that's why we'll finally hit their mind, holy shit, Scars just blows out the water. Like, Ivan can pay us way more money than we're making in Hollywood. The agents are shocked too. Holy shit, Ivan, you're very generous. That's a good deal for Michael. Like, these guys don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, they don't make this money in Hollywood, guys. This is how much is making in Hollywood. Yeah, Brad Pitt made $30 million for F1. Mike B. Jordan's making more than what Brad Pitt made. But don't forget, you have the rates, though. You have the rates, right? Yeah. Mike B. Jordan's making more money than what Brad Pitt made for F1. That's 41 million Canadian is like 32, 31 million American. So Mike B. Jordan's making more money than what even Brad Pitt made for F1, man. And Brad Pitt's a big A-list actor. Guys, I'm saying? Yeah, my guy was all the water. Guys, I'm saying? Yeah, man. They're shocked. Holy shit, man. Sky Source is top notch. Yeah, it's top notch. It's better than Hollywood, man. BV are a boss. And look at IB, they're fucking boss. They're the executives of the company, the CEOs. And me and VJ are the ones who sign the actors. And the trainer nutritionists will be with me, obviously. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So they're shocked by how top notch Sky is. Of course they are. They're shocked, obviously. The Sky Source is top notch. It's better than Hollywood. Yeah, man. But the Hollywood companies do have nice offices too, but it's not as nice as my office. My office will be nicer. I'm gonna have a nicer office. As I put $400 towards my student loan. If I make 50, if I make 20, I'll put like 350. But it's something I heard. I built a beautiful office for myself at my 17, Hollywood 17. Obviously, yeah. Nice and center. I get paid the end of this week. Yeah. Today's the 26th, right? So I got paid in like 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms today. I didn't watch it yesterday. I was tired. After I watched my late night show, I ate some food, my hot dogs, and I went to bed. I was fucking tired. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like Incredibles live. Yeah, it is. Looking at nice facilities, I'm gonna hold like Gran Turismo, something beautiful. A high-end private jet worth hundreds of millions of dollars, like Incredibles. A nice like $100 million yacht. For the yacht, I'm not gonna get any. Like, look, the Unique 71 is yacht is good enough, right? Yeah, it's like 90, $100 million. That's the yacht I'm gonna buy. I don't want to waste money and buy like a $500 yacht. I want to waste money. $100 million is good enough, and I'll get a cheaper, maybe $40 million one. And that's what I'm gonna do the party with the great save actors after they sign their contracts. I think I'm gonna dinner. I'm gonna do a party in the yacht. Unless it's raining or something like that, then I'll do the party in my house, obviously, right? If it's raining that day. If it's a good day, I'll do it in my yacht. If it's a bad day and it's raining and everything, I'll do the party in my house, obviously. Party up in the yacht's a nice perk, man. Fucking nice perk. Ben Affleck and all them and Matt Damon and all those guys all get drunk at my party. Yeah, and they put music on, I'll get drunk. Yeah, I believe those guys don't have social media. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Keanu Reeves don't have social media. They're private people. As Keanu Reeves, I've heard, is a very private person. He doesn't have social media. He doesn't like social media. He's a private person. He kind of likes to just like, you know what I'm saying, be private. He's kind of like me. I'm a pretty private guy too. As I don't have any social media except for YouTube. My YouTube channel is a sabotage channel. Obviously, I don't care about this channel right here. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. And now I guess that's not why they're gonna beg, because they were living a life by cutting lots of water. Yeah, they don't have those kind of perks, man. Um, even being in my facilities is a nice perk. Sometimes I will be doing table reads in my office. I'll do table reads in my house, my office, the yacht. Mainly the yacht, but I will do table reads in my office, sometimes in the terrace. We all sit down in my terrace, maybe just terrace, we do table reads there with a beer. We do table reads in my yacht. The guy drives in the yacht. We do table reads in my office. And I'm gonna have a beautiful office, like really nice perks for the actors. And they're staying at suites in the hotels and they have limo services too. The world tour, ain't spoiled, man. And they're experiencing that crazy feeling. Don't forget that they're training with me and VJ now. The Zanus actors and the Gracie actors are training with me and VJ. That's why they're on a bag. All my comic out of water. But they're not featured. They're not interviewed on Jimmy Fallon show and all that stuff because I do not sell the gays. My fans behind the scenes, but like a lot of fans are gonna interview the actors on the streets, obviously with their phones, and some of that's trending at like 50-second interviews and it's trending on X. It's crazy. Behind the scene fame, right? Yeah, these Hollywood actors never experienced that kind of thing before. Never experienced that kind of worldwide fame before like that, right? Yeah. Because their fame in Hollywood is crazy fame. It's not worldwide fame. It's local side fame. But my fame is international, worldwide. It's crazy. Yeah. Some sour. I think today's not as cold. The past like 3 days was fucking freezing cold. Snack Shack was good. Yeah. Love sounds with my earrings. That was amazing. Yeah. What are you gonna get next on the Ivan? I think I might get McDonald's. Next time I'm gonna get McDonald's. Maybe I don't know. Next time when I get paid. 2 Sundays from now, right? When I get paid again, I'll probably get McDonald's maybe. Yeah. That's what the kids want to decide. Yeah, they don't want me to live out like a VJ. They know why. If I make billions in my book, I can start my own film suit better than their Hollywood system. And Ivan has the keys to the kingdom. He can easily make his money back. Yeah, I invest $4 billion into the Zanus movie, the game, and the studio lot, and maybe you're gonna make our $4 billion back. Not risky. $3 billion towards the Zanus movie, $600 million towards the game, and a good like $400 million towards the studio lot. That's $4 billion, and we just make our money back off the merch money alone. We already made our money back. We make our money back off the game and the movie. Got some sour. Yeah. It's me, have the keys to the kingdom right now. It's not risky. Yo, Ivan's the only person who can actually fund a movie with his own cash. And it's not a risky investment because he has keys and he's special with VJ. Yeah, we know the whole world will buy our movies. We have the keys to the kingdom. It's not risky. Unless I invest like $8 billion, $10 billion towards a movie, which I would never do, then now it's a bit risky. I can lose my money. But like $3 billion towards Zanus is not a risky investment, obviously. And that's more enough money for Peter Jackson to listen for the movie, and I'm not going to give them more money. But he was like, yeah, Ivan, this is more enough money. This is unlimited, Ivan. $1 billion towards a movie is more enough money, Ivan. Yeah, it's more enough money, Peter, or not, right? I'm not putting more money towards a movie, obviously. That's enough. Obviously. I don't want to be stupid on money and waste money, right? Peter Jackson gets $1 billion for each movie for his budget, man. That's on. He can do whatever he wants to do with that money, man. Amazing battle scenes, unheard of war building, unheard of horror, demons and bats, the eagles, the crows. Yeah, all right, with this technology, look at something now blow my wings out of the water. I know, Peter. My Hobbit out of the water. Yeah, blow the Hobbit out of the water. Yeah. So you have to be careful on how much you pay the Gracie actors. Oh yeah, you have to be careful, Ivan, because you have to create room to pay the Hollywood crewmen. You have to get paid too. You have to pay those guys. That's why, like, pay Michael 13.5 million. That's enough. He's worth 50. Pay him 13.5. That's enough. As 1.5 million is enough to pay like 30 plus crewmen to 150K. So you have to create more room to pay the crewmen, obviously, right? Because I'll put a good 380 million towards salaries for the Great Escape and 420. The rest of the 420 goes towards the movie. 200 million towards special effects and visual effects. Even 250 million I can put towards special effects and visual effects, and a good like 35 million towards set building. And you have to ship everything to Italy, and they have to build the sets. The extras, I'll have a good 10, 15,000 extras in the Great Escape around there. 15,000 extras, 10,000 extras is enough for the Great Escape. I don't need any more extras. That's more enough money for the streets, right? More enough extras for the streets. Yeah. Because in movies, whenever people drive cars and everything, you see all these people on the street. Those are all extras. You have to get paid, right? You have to pay those guys. I'll pay them their $180. That's what they get paid. Sorry. Yeah. So the agent, yeah, Michael's worth 50 million. I'm not going to pay him 50. I'll pay him like 13.5. And the agents might push, what about 16, 17? I'm like, no, guys, I can't afford to pay Michael that. He's not worth that. He gets 13.5. I have to create room to pay the crewmen, guys. It's not just about you guys getting paid. You have to think about the crewmen too. The families of you guys. It's not just about you guys. Don't hate him, yeah. Yes, you guys are more important than the crewmen because you're the product I'm selling to the public, obviously, and you're the big famous movie stars. But the crewmen are very important too, guys. They have to get paid. It's not just about you guys getting paid. You have to think about the crewmen. Yeah, they need to get paid their 150K. The supervisors are 200, 250K. They have families of you guys. You have to get paid, man. Yeah, there you go. Don't hate him, yeah. Sorry. So you're not going to pay Keanu 50. No, I'll pay him 47. That's enough. I have to create more room to pay the crewmen, guys. 3 million is enough to pay like what? Like 35, 40 crewmen at 150K. So you got to create room to pay those guys. I also have to pay my Hollywood 17. Don't forget that, right? They have to get paid too. Yeah, they have to get paid, those guys. There you go. So the Great Escape, yeah, the Great Escape will be something like Vacancy, James Bond, and like John Wick. More like John Wick and James Bond and a bit of that Vacancy vibe. But it's much better technology than those movies. That's why we're looking at an amazing experience for the Great Escape. We're looking at amazing entertaining experience when you watch the movie, obviously. Because I pour so much money towards the movie, right? Yeah, 200 million towards visual effects and special effects. Yeah. And if there's leftover money in the budget, I'll put more of it towards special visual effects. That's what I'm gonna do for all my movies, right? If I have leftover like 50 million, 40 million dollars in the budget after filming is done, put a good chunk of that, more of that towards special visual effects. That way you get a better movie. But you have to save some of the money, as you have to pay for the world tour. You also have to fly everyone to Switzerland, to Italy for the red card event for the Great Escape. So you have to pay for that too, pay for their flights. So you have to make sure you have a little bit of money in the bank, obviously. But chances are with the Great Escape, I might have maybe 50 million left over in the budget after everything got blown. I have 50 million on the budget. I can put another 20 million into 30 million into special visual effects. Yeah, an extra 10 million towards special visual effects for the movie. Sorry, 230 towards special visual effects. And the 20 million I have to save for the world tour and flying everyone to Switzerland for the red card event and the party. Because the world tour will cost me $3.5 million. So you have to keep some of that money in the bank. That way you can pay for the world tour. You have to cover the actors' expenses, obviously. And obviously the red carpet event. You have to pay for that too. The flights. Flying everyone probably to Italy and flying them back home. You have to pay for the flights, obviously. All the actors and the crewmen's flights for the red card event and the party. You can't have those guys pay, right? You have to pay for that, obviously. Yeah. So the holodeckers are covered for the world tour. Yeah, they are. You have to cover them. You can't have those guys pay, man. You have those guys pay, you're gonna drain their money, man. Like even those holodeckers are rich or not as rich as me and Regent, but you can't have them pay for that. No. You have to cover their expenses, obviously. Living expenses, staying at hotel suites, travel expenses, or flying by private jet, transportation expenses. They have 24-hour limo services wherever country we land in to take them wherever they want to go, to the theaters, to the store, got some center. Yeah. And feeding expenses are paid for too. You don't have the actors pay for the food. The only thing you don't really have to pay for is their feeding. The actors can easily afford to pay for their own food because food is cheap, obviously, but it doesn't hurt to pay for their feeding too. Don't have them pay for the feeding. You don't want to have the actors spend like $1,500, $2,000 on food. No, pay for their feeding too. But to make sure they're fed well during the world tour, have them go to a buffet restaurant. That way they're well fed. It's all you can eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That way the actors are well fed, obviously. Don't take them to a restaurant where they just eat one plate. Now they're gonna be hungry. They're still gonna be hungry. Take them to a buffet restaurant in whatever country and city we land in. Find a buffet restaurant and we take the actors there. And that's where the actors eat their food, obviously. Got some Sarah? Yeah. But everything else, that's your own money. I'm not paying for them. You want to go downstairs and have a drink at the bar, because all the luxury hotels have bars down in the hotel. You want to go downstairs and have a drink at the bar, with your co-stars, which they will. Sometimes they're gonna want to have a drink with their co-stars. That's your own money. I'm not paying for you. If you want to go to the theaters, see what we got in theaters with the people, you're paying for that yourself. I'm not paying for you because you already made a lot of money off the movie and you're already rich. If you want to get clothes and shoes for yourself or your wife or your girlfriend or something like that, and your kids, that's your own money. I'm not paying for you. But everything else is covered, obviously. You can't have the actors pay for that. You have to cover their expenses. They'll be staying at suites, man, for the world tours. Fucking suites. Yeah, man. That's why they got a bag. They had a blast. My God, with all the water. Yeah. And they got paid their millions too for speaking. Don't forget that, right? They got spoiled with all those nice perks during the world tour, and they got paid a lot of money for it too. They got paid their millions for it. They're 5, 6, 7 million speaking. Something crazy. Yeah, I made like $6 million in speaking. You made $6 million in speaking? Yeah. Like that's how much some of us make for our contracts in Hollywood, and that's how much I made for speaking. Yeah, guys was bowls hot water. Bowls hot water. Who said, guys? I'm gonna go upstairs and get a coffee for myself. Almost on the video. Who guys want to show? Don't hate yourself. guys. I'm back. Assuming I'm not gonna probably visit every guys. I'll probably visit every 3 days. I don't get paid for this shit. I'm not how guys do like that. Yeah. So you have to cover the actors' expenses. Of course you do. You can't have the Hollywood actors pay for their hotels and everything. You're gonna drain their money. You can't do that. No, you have to cover their expenses, obviously. That way they yeah, because even though they made millions off my movie and they're loaded, those guys are not as rich as me, VJ. You have to cover, they're working for you, you have to cover their expenses, obviously. All that stuff has to be covered, obviously. You can't have them pay. Like, duh. They're gonna drain their money, man. They're hard-earned money, right? Yeah. They'll be staying at fucking suites, guys, the whole tour. Like luxury, like $5,000, $6,000. Like a $5,000 night suite's fucking like nice, man. That's a nice suite. Like a beautiful suite, yeah. With jacuzzi inside and everything. Like getting spoiled, no. Nice TV, nice beds, yeah. Yeah. I have two choices. I can either take the actors out to a buffet restaurant, or I can just pay for hotel room service if you want for breakfast, dinner, and lunch. They have room service where the people bring a bunch of food to the room and they can eat the food there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But going to a buffet restaurant's better, right? Than room service. Because a buffet is all you can eat. So they're well fed, obviously, for the movie, right? For the world tour. Looking at crazy fans of the world tour. Like everywhere we go, the whole city's cheering us on. Constant trends. And the venues are packed with like thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, man. Yeah. My world tour, it's like an event with like a venue with like 20,000, 30,000 fans, something crazy. That's why the actors fall on top of the world, obviously, because it's crazy fame. That's why they're gonna beg, obviously. How they don't get that? How am I gonna get a few thousand fans and that's it? I guarantee the actors fly commercial for their touring. Sometimes they fly commercial. For Black Panther, they flew commercial. I remember I saw pictures of Ryan Coogler, the late Chadwick Boseman, and like Michael B. Jordan. They were in the airport, and all that stuff. And they did a little bit of a Black Panther tour in Japan and all that stuff. I think they flew commercial. Never fly the actors commercial. You're gonna wear them out, man. You don't want to have the actors wait hours line the airport. No, man. Fly them privately on your jet. The actors don't have to fly commercial. They fly privately on my jet. But you gotta bring, I know you guys are excited, you gotta bring your passport, right? If you forget your passport, you can't fly with me, you can't go on tour with me. Make sure you bring your passport, you renew your passport before the, I'm gonna tell my secretaries to tell the agents, tell all the major stars for the Zane's movie and the Great Escape, if your passport is not renewed, you better fucking renew it before the day, right? Renew it, man. Because you need your passport to fly all over the world. As a people, even though we get VIP, the customs still check your plane. They check your bags and they also ask for your passports. You have to have a passport to travel. That's how it works, right? Yeah. Me and VJ have to make sure our passports are renewed. We have to bring our passports too, yeah. Yeah, man. Because you don't want to get that news where the actor forgot his passport. Yeah, if you forgot your passport, guys, you know what I'm saying? I have to fly you back home, and you can't travel with me. And the actors will be obviously upset, obviously, because they don't want to miss out on all that fun, right? Yeah, if you don't want to miss out on the fun, don't forget to bring your passport. Before when the plane comes to pick you guys up, obviously make sure you double check your bag that your passport's with you. Double check it. Tell the secretary to tell their agent that way they don't forget, obviously, right? Because if you forget your passport, you can't go world tour with me and VJ. There you go. And Chastelesky, right? But all the actors will make sure they have their passport, obviously. Because I don't want to miss out on that fun. The world tour, you're looking at a ride of a life. I'm looking at a lot of fun, man. Living a life during the world tour, man. Yeah. Now you understand, guys, why they're gonna beg. Yeah, they had all the parties during the movie project. Last day of shooting party, the last day for the Great Escape of shooting. I'm gonna do a party with the actors, Keanu Reeves, and all them. All those parties during the 2.5 years of the Great Escape. You have all the parties and the fun during the world tour, staying at the suites and everything. And after that, I ended off with the red carpet event, another crazy party. And then the journey ends, and they're like, "Oh fuck, man!" Like, "Oh, like the journey's done. Journey's done. Journey's over." Yeah, that's why they're gonna beg, obviously, but they're not good for the next movie. After this, I'm gonna go to the store and get my smokes. Yeah. Do you have enough to get beer? I do have enough to get beer, but if I get beer, I'll end up touching my savings. I don't want to touch any of my savings. I'm just gonna get a pack of smokes today. Yeah. I get paid either on February 1st, January 31st, or January 30th. I don't know. So. Yeah. Next paycheck, I'm gonna get my hair done. End of February, I'm gonna get my hair done. Obviously, yeah, end of February, right, this year. Yeah. I will you go world touring for the Great Escape? Yeah, I will most likely. I'll go world touring for all my movies, as my movies are all will all have crazy balls, man. The Great Escape will have fucking crazy balls. So the world will be going crazy for that movie. And don't forget, I have big star actors in that movie. That's one reason why the buzz is crazy, because I actually have like big it's just a movie who will make my movie better and build more buzz for the movie. That's why I'm paying a lot of money. But if their agents get greedy, I'm not paying them more money, guys, right? I don't have you guys do me. This coffee's a bit cold. Yeah. Yeah. How long you be staying in each city for the world tour? Probably a good maybe 2 3 days around when we stay in the country. We leave the next country. That's where the actors will be a bit tired, obviously, because we're speaking out like, I don't know, 80 plus places around the world. Something crazy. But what motivates them is the money and the perks. I'm spoiling them with nice perks. They're staying at suites and everything, and limo services and everything. I'm feeding them on a buffet, and they're getting paid their millions for it. That's why the money is what keeps them going. Yeah, even though this is a lot of work, I'm having a blast. The fans love us, and they're crazy, and we're training with Ivan. We're getting paid so much money for the actors are making their millions, man. 5, 6, 7 million in speaking. It's a lot of money for the actors, right? They don't make that in Hollywood. They make like 250K in Hollywood, 200 or 100K in Hollywood, 75K in Hollywood. For a Comic Con, right? So the actors do get paid for Comic Con in Hollywood. Yeah, they do. I went on Google, they do get paid. Sometimes they get paid for it, but they're not making like 5, 6, 7 million. They make like they're a couple hundred grand, maybe 175K, 50K. The bigger agencies might peak at maybe $1 million, some of that in speaking. For my company, it's like 5 million, 6 million, 7 million speaking, something crazy. Before I said 400 or 500 grand, no, it's more than that. Because guaranteed I'll be speaking at a good like 80 plus, even 100 places around the world. Something crazy. It's a world tour. So the actors are making like 5, 6, 7. Even if I speak at 100 places, the actors can even make 8 million speaking. Something crazy. I mean, we make like our 60, 70 million speaking, obviously. The actors get like 7, 8, 9, 8 million speaking, 6 million speaking. A lot of money, millions of dollars for them in speaking, obviously. That's why the agents and managers want 10% of that too. Because they're greedy, obviously. Yeah, if the actors go speaking, we want a 10% cut of that. Because they know the speaking deal's a huge deal. The agent's not stupid. Yeah, that world tour deal's a huge deal. We want our 10% of that too. The managers, obviously, they want the 10% of that from the actors' earnings, obviously. Guys, don't worry, you're going to get your 10% for all the actors' earnings. With a $2,000 gift card and $3,500 gas card, you're not touching that, guys. You're not getting a piece of that. That's a gift from the company. But everything else, you get 10% of all the actors' earnings. Magazine, promo, shoots, their base, their film profit royalties, their merch royalties, their game base money, obviously, and their speaking. You get your 10% of all that, obviously. Sarah. But the $2,000 gift card, you don't touch. Sarah. You don't touch that. Yeah. That's what's guys above the water. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the show, Zara, I'm saying, peace out, guys. Don't hate him, send peace.